Hi everybody, this is Andreas Nest, business coach. Today I'm talking to Harry Fuge, and he runs a company called Pathfinder Drone. And I just want to find out more about his company, where he started it and why he started it and how it's going. So Harry, thanks for seeing me, much appreciated. So yeah, drones are obviously in the limelight at the moment because of things that happen in Gatwick and,
yes,
and
Heathrow last night.
Isn't that night? So what, why did you start the drone business and what's the attraction?
For me, it was, we started as a hobby, me and my old man, and then...
How many years ago was that?
Oh, about 5-6 years ago now, started. But then I wasn't enjoying what I was doing.
Mm-hmm. In your other job?
Yeah, in my previous job I was a site manager for a civil engineering company.
Right.
And so it was kind of the next step. I found out you could do surveying with them.
Yeah.
Looked into it, had a bit of practice, did some bits, tested it, found out it worked really well, really well.
So did you first, I believe, so when you first started off with drones, did you have some toys that you were playing with, and or were there always kind of some good equipment that you bought?
It was always, sort of, when we started, the first one we bought was £1,000.
Yeah.
And that was actually my dad's birthday present.
Right.
And we still use it now. We still have it, we still use it. It's a very nice piece of kit.
So you can't compare them to the bits that you can buy in all these various outlets where they, sell for $99.99 and stuff like that.
No, it's very different to that.
so what makes them so expensive? Is it the camera equipment that's on them, or is it the...
It's everything, to be honest. There's a lot of technology in them. The batteries are very expensive.
Yeah.
The leading manufacturer, DJI, who also make this little one and our big industrial one.
Yeah. Yeah.
The batteries for the little ones like this start at about £100 each.
Oh wow! Okay.
And
by the way, you can't see that one. We've got one here with us, just to get an idea of what we're talking about here. So this is your little one.
This is our baby.
Yes,
this
your
is our
baby
little
one.
one.
Yeah.
Fits into a little camera bag.
Right.
Folds up very small.
Okay.
But the medium-sized one, the first one we ever had, that goes into like a rucksack.
Okay.
Our big one goes into 3 suitcases.
3 suitcases. Okay.
Suitcases.
That's a big one then. Okay.
Yes.
So you use them for various aspects of what, research, surveying. What do you use
Most of our work is surveying. So that was, for me, the route to go down, because both me and my dad have a background in construction and civil engineering.
Right.
So by doing that, it meant we sort of tied on to what we were already experienced in. Rather than going down the photography route, because lots of people have these effectively as toys. This is this little one here. It's about £1,500 to buy, with a single battery.
Okay.
And lots of people can then take it up, and you can learn basic camera work and Photoshop editing.
And this one just takes photos, or does it record videos as well? Or?
Videos as well. Everything. It's actually a really nice camera on this one. Very, very good. Sort of on par with a low-end DSLR. So actually, this one, particularly even as a toy, as a hobby, is fantastic. But as a commercial use, it still has its functions. Yeah.
So how did you get into business then? So you started as a hobby with your father. You are from the construction industry. You then thought, I can turn that into a business?
Yeah. So
and so how did you do that?
When I left my last job, I then went out. I remortgaged my house in order to buy our big one. Spent a lot of money.
How much are big ones?
They range from anywhere from about 10 all the way up to £30,000.
Okay, that's quite an investment then for a drone, isn't it?
Yeah, we've just tendered some more work, which involved buying a couple of cameras and a new drone. Cost about £100,000
okay.
for this big project.
But
it's
an investment.
all assets.
Yeah, absolutely. So you remortgaged your house, got enough money out to buy a bigger drone, with more functionality and better camera equipment, I guess.
A lot more.
Yeah. And then what was next after that?
Trying to find some work.
Okay.
It's a very new industry.
Yeah.
So for me, first thing I did was try and set a website up.
Okay.
But for anyone that's started a business and thinks, I know, I'll get a website and people will see my website.
Yeah.
They don't. To begin with,
no
one sees it.
No.
It was definitely not as easy as definitely hadn't really looked into that.
Did you use PPC then, pay per click?
It's something we're just starting. We've finally got the money together. And we are working with a company called Spitfire Marketing. They've spent a lot of time with us, been fantastic. They're based down in Warsash. But they've been really good, really helpful.
And have they driven any traffic to your website yet?
We haven't started the campaign yet.
We're just doing
just started
in the preparation period.
So that's about to start. Recently, over the last 3 or 4 months, I spent a lot of time on LinkedIn. And that's actually been fantastic for me. That's where I've got almost all my leads so far have come from through
so
LinkedIn.
What do you do on LinkedIn? You just connect with people and then write to them?
Yeah, that's the bulk of it. But also lots of civil engineering companies, they post photos of what they're doing. So particularly, people in senior positions, commenting on them has allowed me to reach a wider audience because the people they work with see that as well. So it's good.
So you've got some leads from there and some contracts from there?
I made a few jobs off of that now. But the nice thing about what we do is obviously we get lots of pictures. So being able to share them on social media is nice and sort of.
And you get the authorization from the people that give you the contracts to have these pictures posted?
I wouldn't share anything without a client giving it the thumbs up. Just because they might not want people.
And so then people come back to you and say, I've seen those pictures you've taken of building A. Could you do something like this for me? Is that?
I just had an inquiry the other day saying I saw your video of the Merlin Park development in Portsmouth, saying how nice it was, and they wanted to pitch it to their directors. And then so I sent them some details on costings. And fingers crossed, they'll come back and see how that goes.
And was that on LinkedIn then?
No, that was actually, I don't know where they saw the video, but they messaged me from the website.
I see. Where do you post your videos usually?
We use Vimeo because we have a friend, actually my uncle, who does graphic design. And he does all our website for us. And said that Vimeo is better for hosting, for embedding on websites.
Absolutely.
So we post a lot of it on Vimeo. Do a little bit on LinkedIn, but mostly just there.
So apart from finding the money to buy the equipment, the drone, also from the marketing, creating a website, not being seen and everything else, were there other big challenges that you faced, that you've overcome, that you think were quite tough to begin with? Still overcoming it, but trying to convince people that drones are a good thing. Particularly with the bad press with Gatwick and now Heathrow. It's not uncommon for people to say, I don't want that on my site, or I don't want photos to. No, people don't like that. So it's not. It's something I've had. Is it infringing on the privacy rights?
People feel like it is, or they feel like local neighbours won't like it. A big thing in construction at the moment is driving community engagement, and image management.
Making sure they don't get upset when you start getting the sledgehammers out. And so how do you overcome them? How do you change that, or what do you do to create a positive image about drones?
There's a lot of work going on. The drone community is very good as a whole. There are some in it, obviously, that create a bad rap, but there's a lot of work going on. There's a whole group dedicated. I think they've got about 200-300 pilots who volunteer their own time to go and do search and rescue work for anything from a lost dog all the way up to people.
So where do you want to take your business then? So you started, you're fledgling, you're just getting good contracts in, making it work,
starting to get there now.
A return on investment you've had for these big drones.
Starting there.
And so what's next for you?
For me, I would like to be doing a lot more of the survey work. At the moment, a lot of my work is still photography based. But pushing forwards, I'm driving the survey and inspection aspect. Particularly with our larger drone, it is geared up much more for that, with a lot of the instruments that are on it. And the cameras we bought them specifically tailored for that. But with any luck, I'm not going to resist going down the photography route. and if we go down that route and we get enough work, my cousin is a photographer. We'd like to bring him on board, get him doing a bit more with us.
Yeah. So what's the big difference between just taking photos during a survey and the other part that you've mentioned? What's the big difference?
Mostly the cameras. So there's different factors in the cameras that make some better for photography and some better for surveying.
Right.
And the drones. So the one we've got at the moment, our big one, is the Matrice 210,
right.
which is geared for industrial uses. So it's highly wind resistant.
Yeah.
It's water resistant. So you can fly in, you know, a little bit of bad weather.
Yeah.
Quite strong winds, up to 20 miles an hour.
Okay.
But its legs, it can have dual camera mounts.
Yeah.
And you can mount the camera on the top.
Yeah.
Which allows you a lot more flexibility.
I
so you
see.
can have two cameras on the bottom, so different functionality, so thermal and zoom, or just a normal and a zoom. The dual cameras, the one we have at the moment, we use the X4, which is a high resolution 20 megapixel camera.
Yeah.
And we use the Z30, which is the inspection tool. It's got the 30 times optical zoom.
Yeah.
Which allows us to zoom in and see very small things.
Yeah.
Very few drones at the moment have zoom functionality on them, just because stabilization is very difficult.
Yeah. Okay.
But also you can mount thermal cameras on there. So I think it's Surrey and Dorset and Cornwall police all use them.
Okay.
And they have the thermal camera and the zoom camera. It's perfect for things like search and rescue or chasing people.
So apart from your website, which is now launching its first campaign, apart from the LinkedIn marketing you do, where you contacted interested parties or people that you think might be interested in, you know, a survey like that or the services you offer, is there any other marketing that you do to promote your business?
Trying to push the networking events. So
you're going to networking events,
Yeah, the local businesses. Certainly nicer to do local work than work up and down the country.
Yeah. But you can operate nationwide, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, anywhere in the country.
So networking, LinkedIn, website, anything else you do to drive leads forwards into your business?
Social media.
Social media.
Social media. Obviously, where we're doing business to business, the social media is not so important as it would be if I was doing business to consumer.
So you got a Facebook page, I take it?
Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
So you put photos on there and just let people know where you are and what you do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, good. So is there any events coming up where you show how you work with your drones? Is there anything people could come and see you?
We've got another one this week down at Cams Mill, another business builders one.
Okay. Are you going to fly your drone there as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, afterwards, I'm going to go down to the Cams Mill and fly from their car park.
And what was your biggest highlight so far since starting your business? What do you think is the most memorable one for you?
Getting my first big contract, like the first major survey, was a lot of fun. It was very exciting. And the other one, just the other day, I got a message about the video, and that was very nice to see that someone had seen our video and said, "Wow, that's very nice. I'd like to work with them."
Okay, good. And is it a company as well?
Yeah. So that was the one where he's going to pitch it to his directors.
Okay,
be very good. Exciting to see if that comes back.
Well, absolutely, great. Okay, well. Harry, it's been a pleasure speaking to you.
And thank you very much
for explaining about this technology that's now getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, I take it. And for you guys out there, just remember that when you start your business, your website needs to be up and running, because it will take a few months before Google actually recognizes that there's a website with such content. So make sure you got enough content on there. You promote it, perhaps some pay-per-click or Google Ads or whatever it is they need to actually promote it. And don't forget LinkedIn. Which Harry uses to a great extent, and that's where he got his first few contracts from. So remember all these things. You need your marketing in gear, ready to rumble when you actually start, and not while you're already in. Okay, so that's it for me from this week. I'll speak to you again with another interview next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.